Today on RB's Toy Box, we're going to take a look at the Star Trek train set. Stay tuned. Today on RB's Toy Box, we're gonna take a look at a train and how it was kind of put together. Now, it's probably easier if I do it out here. Hold on a second. That's better. So here we have my Star Trek train set. I got it for Christmas, or at least the first part of it for Christmas, to where you get the engine and then you get this next car here. Both of them real heavy, nice quality. And then it goes back from there to these different cars, the I guess lounge cars or whatever they're called. But you got the Kirk one and Spock, and then let's see here, Scotty, Lieutenant Uhura, and then there's kind of like another car back there that has the crew on it. But I stopped getting them. There's probably, I don't know, another 10 or 12. I don't know that I've really seen many people with the complete set. And, you know, I wrote them and I kind of complained because, I mean, you're spending upwards of 50, 60 bucks. And they're sending these super cheap plastic cars with stickers on them that when I looked up on the internet, I mean, these cars were going for like 12 bucks. But they're charging 60 per sticker. So I stopped the subscription and I said, you know, I'll just enjoy what I have, you know. But that obviously left me with a little bit of an issue. And some of you seen some of the pictures on Facebook and such, but, you know, there's just nothing out there for, you know, a Star Trek train. I mean, plenty of stuff if you're going to do a Western theme or even a metropolitan theme or an industrial. There's all these different things out there, but there's nothing for sci-fi or Star Trek. So I decided I was going to, you know, fix it up a little bit. So first thing I did is I had a piece of plexiglass. Now this right here, this whole unit, it's floating, to be quite honest. Underneath here is the hallway downstairs, because one of the first problems I had was I had no place to put it. And because of that, I needed a place. So because of the angle of the, you know, this house was built in '84, so nothing's right shape in here. It's just all these different angles in this particular style. But it had this little platform, so I got a frame. I built a frame with some plexiglass with the mindset that I was going to illuminate it from the bottom. And I have some early pictures where that actually looks pretty cool. But I got a little further along and I'm like, well, I want to make it look a little better, so I created my own Star Trek mat. Basically, it's just a vinyl, you know, 13 scrim or 13 ounce vinyl outdoor banner vinyl that I get through one of the companies. As you know, someone who does websites, graphic design, stuff like that, I can get banners and stuff. So I designed me one that looked like, you know, sidewalk with a fountain in the middle, and, you know, got that started. And then I was at a flea market of sorts and I came across the Contemporary Hotel. And I'm like, man, that could be my Starfleet headquarters. So I grabbed that and then I created the mat to have a spot for that, a little grassy knoll in the back. And I'll do some flyovers here in just a minute. But then on the front of that, I got me a sticker, obviously, and put it on the front, so I have my little logo. And then it just kind of built from there. I found these little guys right here, which are the micro machines that come, you know, Playmates micro machines. And these are cool little play sets. They open up with these little interiors on it, but they come with the people that just happen to be pretty close to the HO scale people that you would get if you were going to have an HO scale train set. So with that, I was able to get these little guys. And so there's a couple of different sets that you can get. I have 2 sets of the newer shuttlecraft from the next generation. Then I have one over here of the old shuttlecraft that came with Scotty and Kirk. And then I have another, there were 2 other sets. One of them had like the little alien, if you will, or just some Cardassians and stuff in there, these little guys. And then there was one that was like a battle play set that they had, which had these guys in it. And that gave me just a whole big group of people that I could put in and around my Starfleet headquarters. And then just for giggles, I came across some Matchbox cars that are from Disney with the test track that look obviously like modern cars that you would have to shuttle around a complex like this. And then I put together my backdrop up here that has, you know, if you look closely at some of the pictures, it's Starfleet Shuttle. And then it's got my name on that one. It's got my wife's name on that one. It's got my kids' names on these so that they're all named, you know. And then, of course, the backdrop of San Francisco, which obviously is where they have their Starfleet headquarters in all of the movies and such. So, and then I added this guy at some particular point just to be my, after I saw the movie, I was like, you know what, I need to have him as my centerpiece for the fountain. So that kind of completed my set, but I needed a little bit more, so I came across this at another flea market, and it was broken, so I got it fairly cheap, and then the track and everything, so it just kind of gave it that extra spacey, you know, Starfleet feel to it with the monorail and the sidewalk, fountain, Starfleet headquarters, and then the backdrop gave me my train set. So that is pretty much, you know, the general of it. Now with its location, I added some LED lights around the edges just to illuminate it. There's some LED lights up top, so at night the stars kind of twinkle coming down through that, and that looks pretty nice. But, you know, these are just the little things that, you know, when you do collecting, you have to sometimes improvise if you want to do something that is themed, especially dealing with something like Star Trek. So with that, when you're dealing with trying to be creative, you know, sometimes you have to create it yourself. There's a lot of prop makers that are out there that when you look at some of the things that they do, it's just brilliant, just absolutely brilliant. And, you know, I'm not great at coming up with stuff from scratch, you know, trying to build like a phaser from nothing or whatever, but I can, you know, I can print, you know, I can do graphic design, I can put together a mat, and I can use some existing things that are out there and repurpose them for something else, like the Contemporary Hotel or the monorail, or even these, you know, little play sets that came from Playmates. But, you know, that's kind of it. You know, if you're out there and you have one of these Star Trek trains and you're kind of looking for some ideas of how you can present your Star Trek train rather than just having it as another train maybe in the other train sets that you have, you know, putting together either a lunar landscape with, you know, some, you know, tan or gray tunnels or something, you know, that might be one thing. Or, you know, recreating something like this where it be Starfleet headquarters or Starfleet Academy or whatever you would like in that particular sense. If I ever get another place, something bigger, I'll probably expand upon this and make a much larger mat and get some longer pieces and really stretch it out, make it really, really cool. But in the spot that I've got inside of RB's Toy Box, this is about as big as I can go, other than just adding some little characters or something. If you like this video and want to see some more, make sure that you hit that like and subscribe down below. And I hope that you enjoyed this little, you know, showcase of my Star Trek train set. thank you for taking some time to watch the video, and I hope that you really enjoyed it. And again, don't forget that like and share down below.